Hello everyone, welcome to Code Recipe channel. This is a video on simple Linux command. So in this video, we'll learn details of various Linux commands and see how to execute all these commands in terminal. First, let's understand how the terminal is a better option than graphical user interface. So if you have to make hundreds of directory for the employees working in a company, and for all those employees you have to maintain a info file in their respective directories, then how tedious it would be using the graphical user interface. But this is a matter of a command in the terminal. With the same example, let's see how powerful terminal is. So for the purpose of demo, I'm just showing you that how the terminal is a better option than graphical user interface, but we'll learn about all the commands in detail in the later part of the video. So in the company directory, I have to make 100 directories for different employees. So the directory name is given by XP followed by the number. So suppose the employees in the companies are 100. So the name for each and every directory is XP 1, 2 and so on. Let's list the content of the company directory. So we have made the 100 directories with the name XP1, XP2 and so on. Now suppose you have to make the file named info and that file has to be present in each and every directory of the employee. So we can do so by using the touch command. File name is info.txt. Let's check if the directory xp56 contains the file info.txt. cd xp56. Let's list the content of this directory. So yes, so the file named info.txt is present in xp56. Similarly, this file will be present in all other directories. So this is how the terminal is useful and a better option than graphical user interface. Let me give you an overview what we'll learn in this video. So in this video, we'll learn some basic commands like cd, ls, file, touch, etc. Then aliasing a command. Then different fields after ls-l command execution. How to change file permission, soft link and hard link, combining multiple commands, file descriptors, and pipe and t operators. So let's begin with learning. Let's start with the basic Linux command execution. So to open the terminal, the shortcut is Ctrl plus Alt plus T. This is our terminal. In terminal, you'll get the command prompt, and in this, the first field is the username. After @, the field is the system machine name. And this tilde is showing the path. Right now, we are at the home directory. So here it is showing tilde. Suppose if we go to the cooking directory, then this is the present path. So this before dollar and after semicolon, whatever is there is a path. Now let's see the basic command. So the first command is clear. If we want to clear, suppose we have all these things in the terminal, and if we want to clear the terminal, the command line, then in that case what we can do is just we can use the clear command, or we can press Ctrl plus L. So our terminal is clear. If we want to exit the terminal, then that we can use the shortcut Ctrl plus T, or we can type exit. So we are out of terminal. Next command is pwd. pwd command is used to display present working directory. So now here we are present at the cooking directory. So here it is showing the cooking directory. If we go back to home and use pwd command, so here it shows that right now we are present at user's home. Now the next command is ls command. So ls command is used to list the content of the directory. So for now we are present at cooking directory, and here we will try to list the content of the cooking directory. So these are all files and folders present in the cooking directory. If we go one step above this cooking folder, let us go to the recipe folder and try list here. So we are here with the two files. So this is how the list command is used to print the content in the present directory. Now the next command is ps. ps command is used to show the name of the shell we are interacting with. So here we are interacting with the bash shell, and the process which is running is ps, which we have given just now. In the left side, this is the process ID. Now the next command is uname. Uname command is used to give the name of the operating system. If we use option like -a with the uname command, we can get the hidden detail like kernel name and the hardware architecture. Now next command is cd, which is change directory command. So here we are right now present at cooking directory, and these are the folders in the cooking directory, and we want to go inside the recipe folder. Simply what we'll give the command cd recipes, cd and the file or folder name, folder name only. So we are now at the recipes folder. Now if we want to go to the parent directory, which is the cooking directory, for the recipe directory, then we can just give cd ... Here represents the parent directory. If we want to go to the home directly, like now we are at recipes again. Now from here we want to jump directly to the home, then we can give cd tilde or simply cd. Now we are at home. Next command is cal. Cal command is used to display calendar. So this is a calendar for the September month. Now if you want to display calendar in different orientation, then you can use ncal. Here the orientation has been changed. Now the next command is date. Date command is used to display today's date and time, both. Next command is man command. Man command is used to open user's manual for a command, for any command. Suppose we want to open a user's manual for ls command. So this is the user manual open for ls command. So here firstly it has given the name for ls command, and then there's some description about the ls command and what all option we can use with the ls command. So these are all options which we can use with the ls command in different ways to get the listing done in some different way or in the desired manner. let me give you example. So here the sort is the option. So here we can use the sort option to sort the list with the time. You can exit the manual by pressing a Q. So if we want to use ls and sort the directories or folders according to the time stem, then we can use time option. So here all directories or file has been arranged with the sorted in a time order. Now let's see the next command. Next command is groups. So groups command used to give the name of the groups which the user belongs to. So these are all groups which the user belongs to. Next command is ls minus l. Suppose we are present in the cooking directory and here we want to list the content of the cooking directory. So if we want the content to be listed in the long listing format, if we are giving simply ls, then it is not in long listing format, and this is not that much easy to see. So if we want to see the content of any directory in the long listing format, then we can just give the option ls minus l. Then you can see that we are getting some details about each and every file or folder with the long listing, with the listing is done in a long format. So now let's see the next command. Next command is ls minus li. So here with the long listing you will get the inode number. So inode number is nothing but it is an index number which serves as a unique index for a specific information in a file system. Now let's see the next command, which is mkdir. Mkdir command is used to make the directory. Suppose if we want to make the data directory with the name data in a cooking folder, and let's list the content. So here is a data directory created. So now if we want to remove the same directory, then we can use rmdir command to remove the directory. Rmdir and give the name of the directory which we want to remove. Now again let's list the content. So we don't see any data directory here. So this means data directory has been removed from this cooking folder. Let's see then another operation for the move command, which is the renaming file. To rename file, first let's list the content of the recipes folder. So we have here file1.txt. Now let's rename this file to data.txt. mp file which has to be renamed 1.txt and the name with which we have to rename it. Now let's list the content of the recipes folder and let's see whether the file1.txt has been renamed to data.txt. So here file1.txt has been renamed to data.txt now. Now the next command is less command. Less command is used to display a file content in a separate window. We have file.txt. So let's see the content of the file 2.txt. Less file 2.txt. So this is how the content will be displayed into the terminal. So if we want to come out of this, we will press Q. Now another command that is used to display the content of the file is cat. But here the content of the file will be displayed in the terminal itself. File2.txt. So the content of the file has been displayed in the terminal itself. Now the next command is more command. More command is used to display file page by page, and the file will be displayed in the terminal as it was in case of cat command. More file.txt. So only now the 84% file is visible. If we press enter, more part of file will be visible. If we want to come out of it, we can press Q. Now let's see the next command. Next command is the head command. Head command is used to display some top lines of the file. Suppose if we want to display top 10 lines of the file, then we can give head -10 and the file name file.txt. So the top 10 lines of the file are visible. If we want to display last 10 lines of the file, then we can give tail -10 file.txt. Then the last 10 lines of the file are visible. Now the next command is wc. So wc command with the option L is used to count the number of lines in the file. To count the lines in the file, we will give wc -L file.txt. So there are in total 11 lines in file.txt. Next command is the stat. Stat command is used to give detail size of the file. Stat file.txt. So here we can see details of the file, how we can access this file, means the permission of the file, when it has been modified last, when it has been accessed last, and when it has been changed last, and the worth of the file when it has been created last. And these are the size detail. The size is 1:1 and the block size is 8. Like this we will get the details of the file. Now the next command is which command. Which command is used to locate the position of the any command. Suppose if we want to locate the position of ls command, then we'll give which s. So which ls command is located in user bin ls. Now the next command is what is. What is command gives the brief description of any command. Suppose if we want to see the description of date command, then what is command will give the brief description. Here print or set the system date and time is a description of date command. Next command is type command. Type command is used to show what type of command we are using. Suppose cal command, if we want to know what type of cal command is, so cal command is in user bin cal. If we want to know what type of ls command is, then we will know that ls is hashed command. In a similar way, type date command, so it is here the user bin date command. If we want to know type pwd command, then it is a shell bulletin command. The next command is file. So file will let us know what type of file it is. So file, if we give recipes, so recipes is a directory in a cooking directory. If we give file.2.txt, then it's a text file. Now let's see the options. So there are many options. There are some common option which are minus a. Minus a will show all the hidden details of the file or folder. So suppose if we want to know the ls cooking directory hidden detail, if we are simply typing ls in the cooking directory, then it will list these files and folders. If we give ls with the option minus a, then it will show some hidden files, which is dot and double dot. So dot represents the current directory, which is cooking, and double dot represents the parent directory. So this is minus a option. Another option is minus L, which we have already seen in case of ls. When we want to get the long listing format, then we use minus L option. Another is minus H option. So in case of if we want to have the text which is in human readable format, then in that case we can use minus H. Suppose when we are using free command to get the details of our system, then we can use minus H along with it to get the detail in the human readable format. So here the memory size is 7.6 gigabyte. Used memory size is 3.0 gigabyte. If we do not give, let's see, if we do not give the minus H option, then it is in some different format which is not much readable by a human. So we try to give in a human readable format by providing a minus H option with the command. Now we will see the concept of aliasing command. So to alias a command means to give some abbreviation to any command. This is done so that we can make our purpose easier, and when we are using some commands frequently, we can give them the name of our choice. Suppose if we are using this ls minus l command very frequently, which used to display the content of the cooking directory, we can nickname it by using ll. So suppose if we want to nickname it using ll, then we can alias this command by giving ll equals to and putting the command which has to be aliased in inverted commas. Yeah, so now here ls minus l command has been aliased, but this is the wrong command. We have to give the space between ls minus l. So let's alias once again, alias ll equals to ls minus l. So ls minus l command has been aliased to ll. Now let's see what is the output of ll. So ll output is same to ls minus l. Now if we want to unalias this ls minus l command, so we can do so by just giving unalias ll. So now the ls minus l command has been unaliased, and if we type now ll, then it will show command not found, as we have unaliased ls minus l. Now let's see this command ls minus li. So ls minus li, when we type ls minus li, we'll get the long listing of the directory content. So what these different fields represent, let's see that. So the very first field represents the inode number. So you know that as I have even told previously, that inode number is the index number which serves as a number in the file system. Then the next field is the permission for a file and also tells the file type. So in this field, the very first character tells us the file type, and the following three characters will tell the permission for the owner, and after that the three character will represent the group permission, and the last three character will represent the other permission. The next field, which is a number, is representing hard links. The next field is owner, and the another next field is group, and the other next field is the size of the file, and this is the last modified timestamp of the file, and this is a file name. So this is how the content has been listed, providing certain detail about every file or folder. Here the first character in the second field is of different types. So if we get the minus sign, then it is a regular file. It can be a text file or a shell file, anything. If it is D, then it is directory, which is even here itself. And if it is L, then it is a symbolic link. If it is C, then it is a character file. If it is B, then it is a block file. If it is S, then it is a socket file. And P, if it is a named file. Now let's see how to change the permission of file. So here the permission, if we see, these are three permission given to the file RWX, where R represents the read permission, W represents the write permission, X represents the executable permission to any file. So if we want to change the permission of any file, then we can use the command chmod to change the permission of any file. So let's see how we can change the permission of the file. If we want to change the permission of the file.txt in the cooking directory, file.txt. So here we can see that the group has read write permission but doesn't have the executable permission. And if we want to if we do not want to give write permission to the group, then let's see how to do it. Then we'll use the chmod command, g -w, the name of the file, file.txt. And now let's see. So here the permission of write permission of the group is no more. So now let's try giving the write permission again to the file.txt for group. This can be done with the same command, just giving instead of minus plus. And again let's see what are the permission. So now the write permission is given to the file.txt. So this is how we can change the permission for the any file. So here G represents the group. Similar, if we want to change the user permission, then we'll use U here. If we want to change the other permission, then we'll use O here. If we want to change the permission of all user, group and others at a time, then we can use this octal system. So here 0 represents that it doesn't have the permission, 1 represents it has a permission. Suppose if we want to give the file.txt the permission in such a way that the user has the permission 7, which is RWX all 3, and the group has permission read and write, which is 6, and the other has permission only to read, which is 4. So what we can do here, we'll use the same chmod command and we'll write 7 for user, 6 for group, read write, and 4 for others, means only read permission, and give the file name .txt. Now let's see if the file permission has been modified. So file permission has been modified. User have all 3 permission. The group has only read and write permission, and the others have only read permission. So this is how we can modify the permission for any file. Now let's see what are soft links and what are hard links. So soft link are pointer to a original file, just like icons in Windows with different inode number. Means soft link will be having different inode number. If the original file is deleted, in this case, then the soft link will become useless. So here the original file has to be present necessarily to the soft link to work. Now let's see what is hard link. Hard link is a pointer to the same inode number, which means a different name of the same file. If the original link of the file is deleted, then the hard link will still contain the data that has been original file, because the hard link is pointing to the same inode number. That is why if we delete the original file, then also the same data will be preserved in the hard link case. So let's see how we can make the soft link and hard link. Suppose we have file.txt in cooking directory, right? So now we want to make the soft link for file.txt. Then we will use the command ln and we'll give option -s, which is the symbolic link option, and give the file name, which has to be, for which has this soft link has to be made, and then file. Suppose we want to make file3.txt as a soft link. So this is how we will create the symbolic link or soft link. Now we'll see that soft link has been created or not. So file3.txt is pointing to file.txt. So this is the soft link, and this is how it will be represented when we long list the content of the directory. Suppose if we delete file.txt, let's remove the file.txt. Will we able to open the file 3.txt if we have removed? Let's first check the content of the file. ls-l. So here file.txt has been removed, but let's try accessing the file.txt using the file3.txt. So let's see the content of file3.txt. So no such file or directory, because we have removed the file.txt, which is the original file, and this file.txt is pointed by file3.txt. So there is no such file or directory which is named as file3.txt. So this error will be shown in case if we delete the original file. Now let's create the hard link. So at present we have file2.txt in the folder. Let's create the hard link for this file2.txt, and command for this is ln file2.txt, for which the hard link has to be created, and let's give the pointer to the hard link is file4.txt. Now let's see the content of the cooking directory. So file4.txt has been created, which is pointing to file2.txt. Let's see if we have the same content in both the files, file2.txt and file4.txt. lget file2.txt. So we have this content in file2.txt. So let's see if it is file4.txt, which we have created a hard link to file2.txt, has the same content or not. File4.txt. So both are since both are pointing to the same inode number, these file has the same content. Now let's delete the file, the original file. Original file was file2.txt, and let's see if file4.txt is preserved or not. So we have removed file2.txt. There is no more file2.txt, and now we will see we can access file4.txt. So we are able to access the file4.txt because it is, in case of hard link, the hard link pointer points to the inode number. Now let's understand soft link and hard link pictographically. So here the inode number for file 1 is 14582 and the soft link for file 1 is file 2. File 2, as it is a soft link to file 1, file 2 will point to different inode number. In case if we delete the file 1, we do not have access to this file anymore using the file 2 because we are not pointing to the same location anymore. In case of hard link, file 3 is the original file which is pointing to the inode number 19968, and file 4 is a hard link to file 3, and since it is a hard link, it will point to the same inode number which is a location of the content of that file. So in case if we delete file 3, which is the original file of the hard link, file 4 will preserve the content of that file. That's why it is a hard link. Let's see combining commands. So to combine two or more commands, we can use semicolon. Semicolon is used in such a way that it separates two commands. So let's see through example. So here, firstly we will run commands separately. First command will use ls-l, which will list the content of the cooking directory. Next command is date, which will display today's date, and the next command is cal command, which will display the calendar. Now let's combine all these three commands, ls-l, date and cal, using semicolon. So ls-l is the first command, second command is date, third command is cal. So all three commands are executed successfully when we have combined the commands using semicolon. Now if we try failing the first command, that is ls-l, then what is the effect on the next two commands? We won't give the space between the ls and -l, so that it will fail. Next command is date and the third command is cal. So we can see here that the first command fails, then also the date command, which is the second command, and the cal command, which is the third command, runs successfully. This means there is no effect of the previous command on the next command. Means these given commands are independent of each other when we are combining the commands using semicolon. Now, if we want to combine commands such that the next command depends on the previous command, in that case, we can use the ampersand, double ampersand. So here in double ampersand case, the next command will depend on the first command in such a way that the previous command, if executes successfully, then only the next command will be executed. So let's see the ampersand, double ampersand case of combining the commands. First command is ls-l and the second command is date. So both the commands executed successfully. Now try filling the first command, that is ls-l. Let's give no space between ls-l and then give the second command. So here, though the if the second command fails, we didn't get the ampersand, ls minus l ampersand date, double ampersand date. So here, since the first command has failed, the date command has not executed because the date command depends on the output of the ls minus l, that is the previous command. Now the next case is when the next command depends on the previous command output such that if it is executed successfully, then the next command won't be executed. So let's see that case. For that case, we will use the OR symbol. Let's combine the ls minus l and date command. So here, since both the commands are rightly typed, so as the first command executes successfully, the date command, which is the second command, will not execute. So here the ls minus l executed successfully and the date command isn't executed because we are combining the commands using the OR symbol. If we try failing the first command and executing this combination of the command, then we are getting the output for the date command because the first command has been failed. And first, in this case of OR symbol, the second command will execute only if the ls minus l, which is the first command, gets failed. So this is how we can combine the commands. Next is file descriptors. So each and every command in Linux has 3 file descriptors. First is stdin. This is referred to as the standard input and the associated file descriptor to this stdin is 0. This points to the stream which is coming from the keyboard as a user input. Now the next two are stdout and stderr. This is referred to as standard output and standard error respectively. And the file descriptor associated with the stdout is 1 and with stderr is 2. And these two points to the stream where the display of the output is made. In file descriptor case, let's see the redirect operator. So this redirect operator, which is greater than symbol, outputs something to the file. And this redirect operator shifts the stdout pointer to the given file. Let's see how we can use the redirect operator using example. Right now we are present in the cooking directory and let's see what files are in cooking directory. So file 3.txt and file 4.txt is in cooking directory. Let's display the content of file 4.txt. So here is the content of the file 4.txt. If we want to output something on the console itself, then we can use the echo command. So whatever we will give inside the inverted commas with the echo command, then that string will be available to the console itself. Let me give hi everyone. So hi everyone is returned to the terminal. Suppose if we want to output the same thing to the file 4.txt and we know that file 4.txt contains this content. This is the simple Linux command video series. Now let's display the content of file 4.txt. We can see the content of the file 4.txt is overwritten when we use the redirect operator, which is greater than. So the redirect operator is used to override the file content. Now, if we want to append the content, then in that case, we can use the double greater than symbol. Suppose if we want to output, this is a video on simple Linux command to the file 4.txt. So here we have used double greater than symbol to append the content to the file 4.txt. Let's display the content of file 4.txt. So previously there was hi everyone. Now the next line, this is the video on simple Linux command, has been appended. So these are the two redirect operator which shifts the pointer of the stdout file descriptor to the file. Now let's see error redirection. If we type any command wrongly and the command fails, then in that case we can redirect the error into the file. And for this case, the redirection operator is 2 greater than. Suppose the wrong command is ls-l, and let's take the file 1.txt, and the error will be directed to file 2.txt. In case if there are no file with the name which we have given, then the new file will be created. So let's list the content of the cooking directory. So file 1.txt has been created and file 2.txt. So now let's see what is there in file 1.txt. And so there is nothing, because since the command is wrong, so there won't be any output in file 1.txt, but there will be output in file 2.txt because the error will be redirected to this file. So let's see what is there in file 2.txt. So this is the command, this is the error, which is command not found. So this is how we can redirect the error. If we want to redirect the error into the same file, then we can use &1 in place of the file name. Suppose if we want to redirect the error in file 1.txt itself, then what we can do, we can put &1 here itself, then the output will be taken into the same file. So let's see the content of file 1.txt. So the content of the file.txt is command not found. And if we want to redirect the error to the sink, and we don't want to display it into the terminal, then in that case also what we can do, we don't want the error to be in file as well as not to be on the terminal, then we can sync that error output to this address, def null. So this acts as a sink for the error. Now let's see the uses of T operator and pipe operator in the commands. So T operator will output the command in the given file and display it into the terminal as well. So let's give a command ls-l, and let's take the output to the file.txt. T operator file.txt. In this file we'll take the output. So here the output has been displayed to the terminal, and now let's see the content of the file using the get command. File.txt. So the content of the file is also the same. So T operator will output the command in the given file and display it into the terminal as well. So this is the usage of the T operator. Now let's see the pipe operator. What pipe operator does? So pipe operator will allow to take the output of one command as the input of the another command. Suppose if we want to print the top two lines of any file, then we can give command in this way as well, and we can use the head command directly, but using pipe operator we can do. So here we are reading the file, and then we are putting the head command after the pipe command. Head -2 means I want to read the top two lines of the file. So here we can see that the two lines of the file.txt has been displayed. Similarly, if we want to read the next last two lines, then we can use the tail command. And if we want to print the number of lines in the file, then we can use the wc-l command, and we can combine it with the pipe. So here only we can use wc-l. This will read the this will count the number of lines in the file.txt. So the total number of lines in the file.txt is 11. So this is the use of pipe operator. With this, we had finished simple Linux commands. The notes PDF will be uploaded to the GitHub, and the link will be shared into the description. If you got benefited by seeing the video, do like and comment, and don't forget to subscribe for more new videos.